Zionfelix TV. Zionfelix TV. Zionfelix TV.
My friends be school ya omo mame omo school fees me ntua ma omo na me register nya den e ma omo nti omo ba na omo beto aso no I sought their permission
to use their school fees
and buy the no smartphone in news omo brand because na lockdown na ba early omo brand na nipa na tuam dia mom then they can register a trade name or a brand name and the official registered name is different from a trade name to be how these are company
okay. Maybe I'm just see a health facility be and a young Ghanaian be Michano I'm who say oh yeah and no ma akese oh my kuku Ghana mo na me remember na me any incomo there's a health facility as me kind of afo na Samia J a young Ghanaian when I just so basically so many health facilities across the country and our OC way yes many others a year afo and a bro region hey na me buy am na di nkumo ye bon nkumo no aside say OC health facilities aboa o my konko Ghana etimi asa amanfo yare aboa amanfo apomudin no na or the business side so e ka ho a oboa amanfo so am making a lot of money in the health care o my konko Ghana was say only same ajay and I say a medical landlord say for 10 minutes 20 minutes now be no money to charge and say yes. There are a lot of investments in Ghana. I get a lot of people in and outside the country Ghana. It was Zion. But some of this car is on my name. I am fan and I'm first can and shame to be share. A medical landlord no no. There are lots of things in Ghana here. I'll be today a year usika ashim. I'll be making a lot of profit out of it, especially in the healthcare sector in Ghana. Mene Samia J and our medical landlord everything come. Na everything come you know. I'm sure say who is be the wa. Obetama ba. Amana aboa, amana nyini, amaya expand a healthcare in Ghana. Abai enough from there. Individuals so no I will say and that is why Samia J atu ne ho esiwo. So obeboa amaya so yatre health facilities in Ghana. Meaning Zionfelix. Remember no, na me a medical landlord and the ankasa Samia J atnasi. I be come. You tour some of the facilities. Our establishing any other ones are company now. Or my shall say major properties no or more turning into health facilities here in the Ahafo region and then the Bron region. And we have after the break. Last one. And right here in China, I'm in preparations for us to go to China October, November, as I've been saying. So October, November, we're there. China and Zionfelix will be air call. Let's go to China this October, November. Price in the Gusuno, date in the Gusuno, contact details. We be air check going to show Fred. That John is Zionfelix. Na yanko me say me do ko bia mo be come or sia there your way Zionfelix organized trip and you travel and to be na me ya man no mako China 2 solid times I say more China out me to my say be our China experience will be different. Call the numbers on the screen. Join Zionfelix for us to go to China October November 2026. Mene Samia J was my friend a medical landlord at Nase. He is the boss of Gigman Medicals. Chairman, congratulations, boy. Boy, you ma pow. Come to say.
Madam, was it Anessa? Was it Ankaye?
Okay, I think was say.
I go pound him, say. And you're bad. Maybe I didn't have come one or two things. Business up and down once in a while, but everything looks pretty good. I was great with the fine.
Samia J wine. When I go keep house of folk and I what pound no and I will
so Samia J a young guy I mean me figure also.
Okay.
So growing up no goes where I have goes where and then at the point in time I went to Accra, came to Sunyane. I've been to Kintampo, I lived in Kaswa. I've been a teacher in Kaswa before.
Oh wow.
Yes, okay. I think they've even sold the school those times. So I've been a teacher.
Not your class, babe.
Not me try. I think JHS 1 to 3.
Okay.
English and ICT.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Okay.
then I went to school to train as a physician assistant.
Okay.
Then after a physician assistantship, I started a petty business. In fact, I wanted to be an engineer.
Okay.
I can be an engineer. But then, in fact, I even have my UMAT admission letter still there. I wanted to be an engineer.
Okay.
But my no be I'm from
Uncle school no. Unya admission letter no.
So me offer no so be me no say any health he wants health. May health there. Obabo any health there. He can do engineering. He had his own motive. So onyini no akokora at least. That kind of. So I call Kintampo as a physician assistant. Then I started.
But did you have love for that health sector?
I didn't have passion for, before going there, I didn't have passion for health. But you see, there's one thing growing up I was taught. I completed my program with first class, even though
physician assistant no?
Yes, from ECC. I completed with first class. The chairman said, I have to do it with all my heart. So that when I leave, because we know the person may be at night and know he was the best in what he was doing. So, but along the line, when I entered, I realized that a lot more people needed help. So I started developing some passion for health. But when I was going there, it wasn't something. When they come to call, any more I mean,
unya.
And the call.
Can you more than
yes.
I guess I'm engineer.
I would have gone there. So you see now, if you look at it carefully, it looks like now I'm blending the health and the engineering
part of it. Yeah.
Yes. It looks like I'm blending the health.
So after school, I mean, how unya juma okoye national service? Obua after school because unya juma nye posting and all those complaints.
Okay, so after school, no, before say maybe school, no, not my started small businesses. And so even the first business I had, I was very young, maybe 12 years. I was selling pen drives to my teachers are not or more at the print do stand bright star goes or more the print or more exams. That time when I exam paper teacher what type of you feel? Now they go pen drive, so now they are banner or my then or my printing was school press amount.
Okay.
So it was 1 gig, like 1 gig pen drive. That is where the name gig man no fee buy.
Okay.
Basic school 1 gig. So I think I've been used to the business because my mother was a trader, those kind of. As Kintampono, me started petty trade just to help my friends. They were trying to look for clinical items, pen torch, there just to do other things now. Out of a com now, any blue you understand that? I think it's the COVID in the time. Prior to that, I was doing other businesses, laptop. They sent me work second.
Okay.
So laptop.
That was second.
I've been at Tiptoe Lane before, selling laptops. Okay. Yes, otherwise in China. So I've been a trader for a very long time.
Okay.
I was teaching ICT, selling at weekends and after school, selling laptops at Tiptoe Lane. You understand? So when COVID in the bar, you know, I had a friend, China. He's doing medicine in China. He was doing medicine in China, and I kind of said, "Yento knows man." That was 2019 November there about. Now lockdown, Ghana, but not China. Lockdown, I did. So I said. Mentor news mass and famine. I didn't have money. I just started small petty trade. Total capital in about 5,000, 6,000. And see me as I'm a news mass now. Not long ago. See when that happened, now some copies come and about top news mass and nowadays can I then?
Oh, Tom Marino China. From Ghana to China.
Yes. Don't say
when it should be reciprocal instead.
Don't say COVID time. There was. It happened somewhere November to early January 2019 to early January 2020. There was a Chinese New Year. It's not more break. So a more personal lockdown, more COVID in the and during their break to we said that factories in close.
China.
I'm saying no smarts are not producing a short almost staying.
Okay.
So they were buying back. Those ones, other things, or my exported that back
to the system.
Yes, that was what was happening. It means some of my friends are also me school be anyone and I'm papa. That's how I've lived my life.
School.
School and I say me baby I'm now. So I mean call any of the breaks. I'm just around. So tertiary, no smarts, no. my friends be a abuse choir or mommy or school fees and mean tia ma na me register nya den e ma omonti omoba na omabe to aso no I sought their permission
to use their school fees
and buy the nose mask for them. News omon bra no because na lockdown aba early omon bra no na nipa na tuam dia mom nti me toy a me kɔ no me export na me ni export license nti me export nose mask na yede
enko
ana me ka nti ye da ashi me for yes surprise so in fact there's one gentleman in Kumasi. He's still my good friend. He's the medical supply. His name is DKN. So I don't know. The one me told nose mask. I think with some of my friends and they use school fees. I don't the corner. That time I do more. I know what toy. No can. He's also any fees can. And I think one other friend.
How many people school fees?
About 3 or 4 people.
How much?
In total was around I think 20,000 or something.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm also pious, and they are all my friends. He's in St. Matthew Hospital now.
Okay.
And also call I think Makola and some other markets.
Okay.
They have always trusted me. Okay. They have always trusted me. And I'm a problem bar me mo say problem I abba. So we bought the newspaper me export and I done so but they knew say I will still find ways and means
to get their money back to them.
Get their money back to them. Me catch madam for so issue say abana. O ka se me ntoman say so tua meka. Tie ka me jaw madam for be fie o East Legon. And I see you. So far, I export Yaman on there. Unti aka na mame. Na I ka. Ti mu ho na na eja. Me dem na mo ha na. Nose mask price started say. Me told 16 cedi per box. That time 16 cedi. Nose mask price started say rise. Within 2 weeks, na free 16 cedi do 90 cedis. It went as high as 150 cedi per box of nose mask. You get it. So I think a 90 cedi or 90 or 95. Mu ho na me ton. Or friend me back, say the nose mask now, I can't say.
Oh, bro, when you're serious.
Nose mask now. I can't say, me Tomano no. I feel here, oh, he had the back. Me export a crowd, me be a crowd. I'm soon I too late. Anna, me ton nose mask. To me ton nose mask no. Now I say me push it forward. What was next? I didn't have. I was now I say, skaka crab by myself.
But you paid their school fees to them back.
No, they said they should be there. So when you lockdown, no, say why you. You know when knew what was going to happen. Whether I say school near to us, yeah, to us, near the this online. Do this time they no be able to. So I'm saying, what happened next was na Madame Fubi, ne papa a diplomat or Cote d'Ivoire. He's still my friend. In fact, now I have helped him. We have set up a lab in Sampa with him. You see, I've been advising most of my friends. I put them on, like we have to set up a lab. It's part of the ventures we are trying to do. 100 labs, 100 hospitals, 100 diagnosis centers. His own is part of the 100 labs we are trying to do in Ghana. It's in Sampa now. Right? So he helped me get gun thermometer. You see, prior to COVID, Ivorians in the Francophone countries still no more use gun thermometer. One thing I have known about the health sector, I say, the Ghanaian professionals, they are very good. Machines now, any advanced wa. Of the Francophone countries now, they are so advanced in machines, but their personnel are not, their professionals are not like
ours.
Yeah, because of exposure. Countries be breaking because or apart from France and some few other they struggle. You understand? So we professionals in there. I mean, they are doing so well. It's the machine that sometimes. So gun thermometer was, I think 130 or 120 cedis there, right? And a Ghana Hano, none of war rise. I need gun thermometer. So I was able to buy, I think about 1,000 of them of gun thermometer from Ivory Coast. Yes, because that time now, among close Ivory Coast border, but no more close other border, Togo near other borders.
Land
no cannot close Togo.
Okay.
But Ivory Coast, they didn't say no more that kind of relationship in Inti. I'm saying they used to still go. But more duty kakra on job port ho. I mean, but now ultimately about be at me corner baby, but they you just have to pay your. Yeah, Tom said 1,000 pieces or so. Yeah, toy no. I'm saying also sir, baby within a week or two, gun thermometer jumping to 1,500. From 130 cedi or 140 cedi that I bought it, 1,500. In fact, I even wanted to sell it maybe just 300 or 400. But the typical Ghanaian mindset, no the man at 300, I was holding
yeah.
So I was forced to sell mine, I think around 900 1,000 Ghana cedis just so because it was good quality. Because a bit use up to now, about 4 or 5 years. It been there so 2 years, 3 years, those times. And yeah, it was good quality. Ivorian can they sort of more standardized on your man is very good. Okay, so I think say along the man got it for me, and thanks to one doctor. I mean, any coincidentally any hour tested me. So him or they up you. No, a medical director in Tampo Municipal Hospital. Your friend Dr. Apio, and they are coincident. The minimum here, and all of a sudden were testing me about 4 years. No, 5. After 2017 to 2020 to now is 6 years. Right?
6 years. Yeah.
On test, we just tested me this morning. And on I'm saying government and other private people also gave him a contract to supply gun thermometers and more hospital, no, a contract to supply gun thermometer to other neighboring hospitals. No, the media not subsidized for them. As a contract, and it was a cash contract, so 1,000 pieces times, I think 900 and something was around 900 and something thousand.
Wow!
All of a sudden,
wow!
Within a space of 3 or 4 months.
A lot of money.
Yeah. So it blew. Yeah. So that is the start of.
No, start here.
So I think I approach one friend of mine.
You were still in school then?
I was in school.
Okay.
So I was selling in school.
Okay.
I was selling most of my stuff. I was selling. So you see, Kentampo is one of the places I was Kopa, and it was a very strategic point for me because if you book in Kentampo, all places are from the north. Anywhere in Ghana, no, a fucking Kentampo. You get it? 24 hours so car ninja now. The whole 24 hours in the day in car.
Yeah.
So there's someone. Your friend be Sawaba station, Sawaba Kentampo. That's where all the cars come to pause. At so man be our tongue and you may tongue and a porton breakfast and you may tongue cuckoo porridge in those things or my many place and family near ma in go. And Tina made orders from Accra and I have a friend in Accra. Now he's one of our team members. We've worked for the past 15 years. Bars in the drawer, men coffee, many money go a honor. Sellotape, rubber bag, other things is there. So what I just do is, order, I just package it, give it to one of the bus stations, and quickly it goes. Now the driver detail, so my own was swifter than people in Kumasi and Accra because woman order better give me 2 hours and some of the driver details side. Me the mijina why order within 5-10 minutes. I'm giving you a driver details. Yeah. So it was. I mean they didn't know how I was doing that. So Kentampo because of our leverage na transport system in the world, na easy I So maybe sir nipa bag 11 some of my opinion I want to buy a van for a delivery or I want to buy a truck for delivery or I want to rent a shop and keep my goods. They should give me the advice on what which of them you do, and they gave me opinions, and I like the women the opinion that came from
the women. No, business.
They are very diligent, and they don't a lot of the time me take decisions by looking at so many perspectives. The men take the decision right from the risk point of view, like what I say, you pesca, but the women are more Bema van na kwa delivery women okay na risk probability say car no or the be show jabe to me ade ne e wo soro sen or rent shop no shop no kama for be giwa di more. I mean they will give you ideas, so I just says okay ne men talk near man more
for good shop
na men fangu shop mo na men yede men deliver, but I was still doing the delivery with my bicycle. The bicycle is still there, pictures is still there. One day I'll put it in the museum because my mentor one of my mentors, Dr. Kabineji. My name is also Kabineji, like of Casaprep. My name was also Kabineji. I think he has he has a small museum where he has kept the Tetiniama when they started in 1989, Casaprep 1989. So it's one thing I may want to do it one day. So bicycle, I'm deliveries near there. But you see, because it was solving a problem, they were linking me to some other students, almost all other clinical schools, almost here. So even before I left school, now I were customers that. Once unya call 100 say nipa
about school which of them Kentampo
College of Health.
Okay.
That time we are being awarded by Kentampo.
Okay.
But you see when you were in school who are 100 say my population 20,000 20,000 in United maybe and move school no nyina they get posted to different hospitals in Ghana. All the 20,000 potentially become your customers because me nyaka say obi person otade burger na me de to me school WhatsApp platform so obi party on hoboga but so won share me dent won yimi ndi do me man this kana brel
okay
na me de ne na brel
na de me pakwa
na de ne pakwa na ma tua wo kakra wo wodwuma na wo ma me ne ho it can easily go so I mean it took over the country so fast but there was still a bottleneck still in school there was a bottleneck me to ne ma nyina wie no at a point time to ne ma na ma me nyes kan fan tua school fees in any ma
the school fees nyakotia
bibia run yemam so because of COVID no say a BA school no time I be all of a sudden kind of. So I've always been a strategic person because of the people that mentor me. My follow man for be brave for a long time. And me call yen one of the directors no only in charge of academics and school fees and other things. I don't say so. Director, me watch me be school. I'm not for school fees or me. Na se see any the okasa wo school fees na madwuma no be den be go ni ska me dey teach na maka de nyina ada ne gus sadia I just oboa me I have two proposals. One of them is me pesa yen school no niema mobile school mo hia ni nyina no o ma me slot wo school no registration table no so as though it's part of the school's registration. Okay, so that I'm more or less like I'm renting. I'll pay to the school to come to the school's office to be aba parent bia de ne baba o se o de oba so school health o planning o trimu say obeboka so mo from stethoscope ne pen torch nurse for name and most of these things so mo de scanner show mo ba so they pay it on the table and I get my money so I'll get in liquid cash like a lot of cash will come into you na scanner ya me de ya me de ti me scanner nyina wi na sa call no ho say see you know me sika manya see me tua me school fees na ne me na phone school fees na one and no enso sika no so man kan kire say manya 900 and something wo ba bi wo da bi man kan no sika no one no enso sika no so wagi ni nyina be da na betua balance na aka no e be start de uka e be da na betua balance na aka no
people so are investing
e be say me invest sika no na nka towards the end of the semester na e be try exams no
what you have
ti ana say penalty e was 100 cedi ana me come to say it's because of 100 cedi penalty me first kan nyina ma wo animu ya for and hold it for 3 months when I can come and pay it at toward the end of the semester and pay just 100 Ghana cedi afi be like my strategy so I can send a assignment letter and say this is what I've agreed to do and I'll pay the penalty not obama register so that toward the end of the we no matter penalty no I no I can so me be portal na mama toward the end of the semester na be register timisan reinvest those monies no toward the end of the semester no na my den makuti so that is what I did
okay
and then I mean that the one na they all the hits ni na I buy you understand
so how did Gigman Medical come in
okay so the gig is from the pen drive gig
1 gig like edino
so 1 gig you know one of the masters one day pen drive no went to ya when madam for business friend sky so when your pen drive it's not the bia me hana adwene wo ho to obekan wo am say assembly those times e ma na ye huro to say like 1 gig pen drive in pitting na bia me so na me sin so e be ye huro 1 gig okay get it so when I go to senior high school my name mate from junior high school ni be na buy senior high school so open nickname say one fa bia o me fa bia ye den amount ti me fa 1 gig ni sa because on e bi mu nim from senior high school and junior high school and no buy so from 1 gig going to tertiary me say me mates ni be na fi
high school
a coy and you know almost frame me 1 gig but not yeah street name and the teachers ni be on feel so senior in quotes obo homo DNA yeah street life it's hard omo turn it into gig man the gig man yeah that's it
okay
and the gig man no and a better when I wanted to start this small thing I was looking for registration or register company name offer we also offer and so okay let me stick to the gig man that's what a lot of people know me for.
And what is Gigman Medical about?
Okay so now assistance let me talk about present what we do. We say that we are the only or the first medical real estate company in Ghana. And near say send a man for see residential buildings eton as real estate. AC residential buildings eton as Airbnb apartments no. Yen see hospitals ma amount for right from the acquisition of the land to structure, staffing, strategy and other things. Hospital and structure no a business. I mean the business side of it, a hospital. So with me a small hospital and the revenue I also sending big building. You understand? It will. And your hospital is what you see. You find a man for you see now you turn either a part of it or the whole of it. So it makes me see hospital and lab and pharmacy every year. You be see every year no you say oh you have cost on BOQ. Any other things are bill of quantities. Okay. That's what the engineers call it. Okay. Bill of quantity near the baby so it's going to cost us a 100,000 Ghana cedi. Enti ye person you hold the shares room. Ye person beton na. Person hold the shares. Enti say we interested. Either you want to own a hospital remotely, or one person be part of the running, or you want to own it in person. You bet me a ton the half the business, half of the business, not half of the building, no. The entire business half of it amount, and a quarter of it amount. Na only one person own. You bet me a ton 2/3 of it amount. Na you hold it just 1/3, and I bet me a ton in amount. You understand? So everything, including the staffing, stocking, machine, strategy, everything. That is what currently we do. But we just started with as a small clinical supply company, but now we do full-time medical real estate. We have mentors in the US, in South Africa, who even have companies that are listed on the stock exchange that are trading in medical real estate. So this is currently what we do, and we are trying to build a situation and a business. People, no matter where they are, they can still own a part or a whole of a business in the healthcare sector, lab, pharmacy, private mortuary, including private cemetery. I even have a private cemetery ongoing. So that man put me a plan or birth, the birth of their children. No? We want people to be able to plan their death. Yes. So we do all this from birth to death. I mean,
this is my very first time hearing medical real estate. We all know real estate. Yeah. When you know Casino kind of I was surprised. Yeah. And healthcare no utiti in some man for be a kami. I mostly like investments. Scan of honor down in Yafia. Also big child, and I've had conversation with a lot of people about pharmacy. Do you also do pharmacy? Yeah,
I do pharmacy. Okay. We have a chain of pharmacies ourselves.
Okay.
And we keep on doing.
How many?
For now we have like 6 of them.
Okay.
And we plan to do not less than 100 in 10 years.
Okay. So every year we are advancing 10. Okay.
But you see people could say
okay.
What started for I want to mean 10 in a year.
Okay.
But bedroom maybe so be 15 in 20.
Yeah, baby. 3 in first year.
Bedroom you buy people struggling pharmacy. So be easy amount and people struggling chemical shops over the counter, drugstore and convert. The balance is easy. You
can give more than 100. So what I was arriving at is with the pharmacy, no, with the electrical research I made, no, ABC will say, "Oh, na, they no." Answer we know will be or certificate. Answer what me pretty pharmacy. Is that the same when it comes to hospital? Answer anybody can own a hospital.
Anybody can own a hospital. You know, anybody at all can be a business owner.
Okay.
But not anybody can become an entrepreneur.
Okay.
Not all of us can become entrepreneurs, but all of us can become business owners. Business ownership, there is ownership. Papa will let you cry. Why will you buy? And yet, compose say so be business owner because right now, no, say all lines. In fact, let me even start with the model I am running.
Okay.
Obu ha oniska, but you okita ya asase and a store dine. Okay, and a person when you pharmacy. I can come in and my team can come in. So we also have money and we have drugs and we have the expertise. And we do what we call equity split. What do you know? What do you mind? Cabbage saying? We say we make 5,000 Ghana cedi a month, or let's say $500 because we're international viewers and followers. $500 a month. It's okay. If $500 a month, then let's multiply by 36 months. And it means that for the next 36 months, we won't pay rent and use the money we will get to give you shares in the business. So maybe we brought in 500,000 Ghana cedi or $50,000 as cash. And we brought in $20,000 as drugs. When we add up, it's $70,000. We also add your rent to it. The total we will find, your portion over the total times 100 is your share, right? And we can, you see, pharmacy, you need a pharmacist license.
Yeah.
Average now, Ghanaians take between 30,000 Ghana cedi, 35,000 Ghana cedi as license fee to give you their license, not to come and work there, just to give you their license. Some of them licenses in Emawa. Obu otimika so yeah, to me proposing more so license we just cannot be diamond asa two power license in the brand so you 30,000 cedi over the total times 100 becomes your share
in the business
as a pharmacist.
Okay.
Because you are a young pharmacist, you wouldn't have perhaps gotten the opportunity to own pharmacy anywhere, but as you can be younger and you still let you own a pharmacy.
You get
a
profit from
yes
the business.
So what's a different thing. Working for us is different
from
yes, working for us. You can even do working for us and still get share. You bet so can say you 5,000. But what the 2,000, not 3,000 cedi na can. Yes, share for a long time. Then we give you the documents. We let lawyers sign for you. You understand? A lot of people don't like partnership because Ghana for me. But that's what make people big. So then we get the pharmacist license. Most is for a year. All pharmacist license and a hospital license, doctor license, no. So a cardiologist, nephrologist, gastroenterologist, whatever. What they no kahua. Near the neuro near manade. No more cars. We got 4 parties. No more so the money kahuna. I mean we move on. Then we do the registration. The regulators are there. Allied Health, Pharmacy Council, Nursing and Midwifery Council they are there. We feel HIFRA, Health Facilities Regulatory Authority. I mean something like that. Health regulatory. They are the regulators of health facilities in Ghana. Now, most of the other people, then other things like name registration, I the branding side, your name registration, can be company name registration, Office of the Register of Companies, ORC. First, no must register you know, so much and no one as
for the health facilities.
No, for company name registration.
Okay.
So you're from ORC, Office of the Register of Companies.
Okay.
But registered in Rangui and also registering trademarks and other things. But ORC no register company names. They are there. Then EP, Environmental Protection Agency, fire certificates, permits from the assembly. I mean, those kind of things. You get it? Now, here for a budget, any money na boom. What's submitting my any permits, ne treaty waste, municipal waste managers, and you put all of them together. Then they register you. You have some small fee. Depending on the class of hospital, your hospital, you levels. Ebu are trained specialist hospital, but what levels of hospital, not a medical center. And the brand, the only brand name is not the official registered name in HIFRA.
But controllers into me by me control can say, writing say you are not a medical center, but you put out there so you're a medical center.
Oh, so when it comes to business, there are what we call registered names, company names, and what brand names.
Okay.
So MTN Ghana is called officially as Cancom PLC.
Yeah.
You get it? Yeah, a creative company. Now, a brand that they sell it company, no,
like mine. The company name is different from how people know me.
So then they can register a trade name or a brand name, and the official registered name is different from a trade name. To be honest, how these are company.
Okay. Okay. So yaba a Gigman Medical sir. You help us establish health facilities, and it could be from different angles.
So many.
You can set up a full medical center for us. And I even say me wo 7-bedroom house. And maybe I'm messing with the mount. Na your partners are obepe aboafo for ababeka ho na ye be health facility.
Okay, so yes, it's similar.
Okay.
So maybe our hospital. Okay. Or it's a guest house, they struggle.
Yeah.
There's even one we are looking at in Kumasi right now. The person wanted to sell it for 5 million Ghana cedi.
Okay.
And I told him this this particular building. Say the hospital, and I may boa me the hospital, not the building or the strategy. May boa me the hospital. I can guarantee you nothing less than $50,000 to $85,000 monthly revenue. As I say, out of it, maybe 35 to 48% can become your profit. You understand? Can become gross. But deductive baby our net and may not be up to that. And he was shocked. And I told him, yes, you can take my audited financials for other hospitals that we have shares in. I mean, I can show it to you. These are the numbers that it look like. And he has stopped selling it. So on the cohort, what we do, unlike the only idea on our own. Okay, like I was telling you, right now we have about 12 facilities. Wash shares room, so I know how the numbers look like, not who numbers.
What 12 facilities are more shares?
Yeah, wash shares room.
One more building.
Some of them they had only themselves, but they are struggling. Yes, either we pump in money or we pump in some equipment in exchange for some shares.
Okay.
But we will exit one day You're profitable, so agreement and you're exit. You don't want to own them forever. You understand? We just want to, but we want to help them rise. You understand?
Okay.
So about the side, we pick an independent valuer. The valuer, register valuer, register valuer, na my valuer. Na yama no so add the value side. No so man the value. Then we sit down and judge and reconcile and say, okay, our valuer said that your building
is worth this.
It's worth $50,000.
Yeah.
Or 500,000 Ghana cedis. And your valuer says it's $600,000. So what do we do? Okay. Then we will sit down and we agree on a figure. Oh, let's do maybe 580 or 550. Then the 550 becomes his share in the business. Then our equipment you are bringing on board, we also discount our equipment. So I meant to say, you see, there's a trick that you can use to cheat them, which I don't want. About me the equipment of 1 cedi, I can send a value near 3 cedi. It's a cheat. I don't do that. So I give you my prices. Say go and compare in the open market and see the prices here. It is okay because I make sure we discount it to a level where it is okay. So we don't even sell that to our open market because we are partners. You understand? Then we have some of our partners who also say the only thing they have is money. That's why when a lot of people complain that why a business but when you be manufacture capital, okay, and that's something right now I'm teaching people how to do. Business should be the least of your worries. There are people, the only thing they have is money. And there are people, the only thing they have is building. There are people, the only thing they have is strategy and the knowledge on how to run business. So they are even looking for people to give them. They say, I'm trying to 10%. They are even looking for fixed deposit less than 10. Because this kind of question, just that they are not meeting trustworthy people who are credible and can teach them what exactly they are doing for them to make. So you value some money na. Now you can say, okay, what do you say over the total times 100? But when you obi oha ne ho kura chire no to onye ska o edin ope ndina go ton ne dan no titimika say your value property no you agree on 550,000 but because you need money no any mayama omu 200,000 as cash
nigga 350
you see it's so flexible like but you see this is not taught in even not even when I even not even in my MBA class they won't teach you this. You need to have a good mentor and be innovative and learn a lot to be able to craft this kind of business. You money 200,000 at 350 na can. And only a shares. But you can drop him only 100. Just that the more money you are taking, the lesser your
shares in the business.
You understand? If you are on your ownership side, but when it comes to corporate governance, or draw company structure now, the owners or what we call equity holders, shareholders are at the top. If you are not shareholders, and the mandate maybe more from board, or selective board. Say board no oversee the entire company. Na board no so wey your powers ni bi ya maybe more friend management. The board no level na board chairman ye den ewo. Na board na yi omo power ni bi ya maybe more from management. Mo level na CEO ni CFO ni ye den ewo. Na CEO no report ma board no. But per Ghana yen Companies Act no if for base that board chairman can be the same as CEO and makwa is illegal here. And we just have structures in area na ya catch so because what this particular share community, you amount this seat on the board, okay. Now A be a 10 people brand nominated 10 people as accountant. You interview omo, you fa and an accountant. Now on sign your rep in the company. Now another party so they be administrator then aba. You are nominating the candidate. See, I'm for will be a better man nominating different people because apart from CSO and nominating, we are also looking for competence.
Yeah. Not just anybody.
Maybe I also the CEO depending on our ratio of shares.
Yeah.
But depending on the ratio, they bet me I'm offer CEO and I offer any other slot. Now I manage it. I mean together. But maybe I have my business I'm doing. I can't be there. Then we are running it together.
Okay.
But we will on pay its management na cry on pay. Sikan kwa no kita. E ba na say dey bet me am manage man say real estate for manage we investment or real estate no renter mo yeden amount at a very small fee. You understand? But all this together no, don't forget say taxes kete be yeden. But we are very compliant. People we work with top firms. Well, I mean, but the world #1 accounting audit firm right now works with us on advisory and other things. You get it for our corporate governance. So here in area, any man will sit now. Then we do what we call shareholders agreements. Okay. If before say shareholders agreements, create me what we call MOU. The MOU in the big guide how I be for Sika Bra we they to a joint account to be mu. Any idea nyina mani nyina and sana ya shareholders agreement no na wo lawyer ne wo witnesses and other people are assign it but my lawyer tia say we na went so be actually won ka say na clause bi wo mu ya chinchim won sa ma wo de wo dan ayi den amaya na amaya say you protect you on that level ni nyina ayi den ewie na you expert highly experienced people na afi you running business no but once we shareholder there are two ways we shareholder ye running no to make profit highly profitable and on chile say be start sika free patient no sometimes you can say patient no kra na ye nyi o musika ye obi mo o motia buru chira o mo ye donors any funders ye NGOs a wo hospital and lab na de na wo say on person obeji patient sika afeso o mo be bre wo sika say sika na fire den e running wadwuma no so that on gi sika be bre nye den every patient ho e dey no just say make profit in chinchina e be
2 seasons, I'm saying 10 series.
And then you patient finish. We have ways of still making profit. To a hospital, now for 12 months to 36 months. Not one say, okay, you are not breaking even now. You have to check the management. There's a problem with it. Because it's an industry practice. All the big business guys, so say 12 months to 36 months. Or run a healthcare institution. I say, we break even. You understand? In special instances, no weird cases, be high justifiable. Say, one to okay, ABN now running MRI, CT scan. Those are very expensive. Can be as high as $1.2 million, $1.5 million for only one machine. Any idea? And no deal. It me explaining why I want to okay. CT scan $300,000, $200 something thousand to maybe $400 something thousand. Okay, and the enable me I don't want to. But the standard clinic there, one thing you have to check the money. It's not the building. You have to check the management. Now we say ABN. I mean, when we go in with strategy, it makes us baby away there. Yenye a community pharmacy you face about 10 can separate from the hospital. And yenche nsuo e wo ho en fan den enka ho. And I had yenye canteen fa enka ho. And I had yensi hostel is one of the problems in the healthcare which we are solving. Patient be bring baby da e wo hospital, but patient relatives na be sra patient no. Omunya baby nya den. So baby it me esi hostel. Na patient relatives na because of the traffic. Ada only need to generate money just like hostel normal residents.
How many facilities do you want to build? My plans are build across the country.
For now, in the next 10 years, I'm not talking about labs and other things. We are doing like 100 hospitals in the next 10 years.
Okay.
We are currently on our C site in 18 months. Okay. So you can just imagine.
Okay.
In 18 months, we're on our C site here.
So what we just talked about, you know, say, maybe Obi per se, one of my partner,
yeah, that kind of
partner, maybe or it means see a full facility now on my partner.
Now, if you are hospital is struggling.
Okay.
Not see to 10 things around that.
We look at it. I don't know what you go in with. And now you have to do analysis.
We will do analysis. We will audit their books and see in effect how much they owe and how much they own. And see all their we call it due diligence. You better have litigation. Your due diligence checklist. I dey fail. I must send be a court to be because sometimes we don't see how we not how to solve court issues. There's an instance we went to Kumasi. And offense one hospital be a nanke person no money partnership. I mean, I go for some time. You come and realize this, you know. Somewhere in the 90s, time I him for no dance as any more. Omodi mama as a joint venture on a particular mission. Omodi ma Bruni ware Ghana on a particular mission. Enti due diligence, not just a documentation omodi ma even though a omodia, but time omo ye almost had documentation per the land discussion agreement no. Nipa ni ewu ye no wanya will. And a letter of administration, you have 2 ways. Probate, which is the will. And a letter of administration, be in say, or transfer property in the current owners now. What I say, partnership. Okay. Meaning that they don't have the authority to do the partnership with us. You understand? So a balance side to be policy. We don't want to invest and waste investors' money and not the bank's money. So all due diligence if it's here. We come in with cash, which is funding, or come with equipment, or expertise or management skills. So pay. Partnership na shareholding dia te say na nsan GCB na other people e tue dividends na profit na dia afi no so a wo benya wo na say nya make profit na wo benya wo profits right, which is your profit. Then you can also get a bigger valuation on your equity, which is your shares, which will power bit me atom but on pair no now it's just the bench a technical term like a debt no pedia and no the you are risk is as high as of say you 1 billion cra the any agree say no the amount and one the bed no so ya
many medical landlord Nadine come here happens with the boss of a Gigman medicals are almost see health facilities pharmacies and then hospitals and clinics and all that. They have a lot of places you call near Numa or more you didn't come out back after the break but now I told this big facility I almost see here in the Ahafo region and then again say we are Mumsika then pay any investment but some no partner I have like $5 million I want them to establish a full hospital for us, for me. Would I do it because I get a lot of calls from people. I want to invest in something. Ghana for can I trust them? I have a baby and all that. I'll talk to a medical landlord. Now a boy on that.
Zionfelix TV. Zionfelix TV. Zionfelix TV. Zionfelix TV.
Many the boss of a Gigman medicals I go say there's a new facility Moputi up. Was where the facility?
So this is at the Shaman Medical Mall.
Okay.
That's the site's name.
Okay.
The site has an efra.
Okay.
The the Shaman Medical Mall. Na a multi-purpose health facility.
Okay.
Inti specialist hospital This is just phase 1.
Okay.
Okay. It's 6 plots. Okay. 1.5 acre. Okay. So the plot at the back is for us.
Okay.
And then ohene no nanano hu say there is site plan ne designs ayaye no e kire no a ohweye no and also no it looks like it's a big vision no they have 4 no so can ho mai do I anto hano they aka yeah in a way so I for they be to so but one to am yes na aha na toy so no they
who say they are the public room
yeah it looks like it yeah so we see I see plots
okay
yeah ho adwuma ntia high hospital
okay
and then we have commercial oxygen factory like oxygen factory they produce oxygen in my hospitals apart from here this particular hospital no they produce oxygen I'm say for now the initial capacity here it produces around $78,000 to $95,000 worth of oxygen a month. That is the factory here. And I think that one alone cost us around, it will cost us around $1.5 million. The oxygen factory.
The main was in.
Yes. Okay. And about 2 of our banks are now one has even joined. They want to adopt like that particular that part, yes. So we send them proposal all the time, and the banks want to adopt portions of the business and run it. I'll explain how that one works. Okay. You understand? So, omubia obe adopt no. Actually, say ono na the facility na account, the bank account be then. Okay. So I mean means when you're looking for customer, there's something we call customer acquisition cost. Okochini be hwehwe ya anka be costing something to get a customer. This time around the customer na then. A brand nti otimika e fund say okay ene munya adwuma na momfa entuetua ne ka ya je sa particular place again. So that is it for and say it has bottled water and sachet water manufacturing factory. You get it? Also on the site. Okay. It has an independent pharmacy, which is different from the hospital. They no face the front main road, you know. An independent pharmacy, and it has an eatery, like I said, restaurant.
Inside here.
So we pick both the royalty brand from our mentor in Casapreco, Dr. Regine, that kind of royalty treatment, together with the Landlord highway I mean, business model. And then the man, also I just on the highway.
Yeah, highway.
A man, yes. So it means that there's an eatery, like a rest stop, small rest stop.
So this project.
No, this is our project. So far, no bank's money has come in yet. They are processing for adoption. They are bringing in funds, but hasn't yet come. Investor this is our company as our project. Yet. So what will happen? It's so easy for us to get a funding. We have told the bank to use this one as a collateral, and we are not as a collateral to give us funding and use the funding to expand it. Or we are also inviting private. These are private investors, not public. We are not trading the public. It's just to just some few families and friends who are just interested that they can come on board as like partners or shareholders. That means I don't go to the bank. Then we do how much we are trying to do. I mean everything together. Then we will value it and give them a share of it. Then when we have 2 ways, like I was telling you. When we take the funds, we can take part of our funds in case we did a share transfer, not a new issue. Now you can even sell it off everything. We are in business. Everything. Then we go to the next site. Then we go to the other site are ongoing. So all these are, I mean, a medical more like.
And see, what's more estimation and we be a cost basis.
So this one, if you are adding the factory, the oxygen factory, it can cost you like $4.982 million.
With the 6 plus and everything complete.
Everything complete. If you are doing the as it called, the oxygen factory, the water factory, the equipment. Mind you, the equipment, if you are doing MRI and CT, MRI can be like $1.3 million. CT scan can be like $300,000 to $400,000. So they are big in case you are doing these ones. But you see, I have a strategy, or my team have a strategy for the police. We don't have the money, say we are going to do $4.8 million sitting there. It doesn't work like that. We have other things also doing at other sites. So what we do is that mostly, when we start the business, we put it at the minimum operational level. Then we task you, the administrator and the CEO. I may not be the CEO for the hospital. You get? I'm just a group president. So this is the strategy. So we have only put in $1.5 million of investors' money or of the bank's money. So I'm giving you 36 months, which is 3 years. Use 3 years to give us, let's say, a minimum of 350 attendance per day. It's a target. I'm not giving you money. I know that when we get that attendance, it will give you a particular set of revenue. And that revenue can translate to a particular amount of guarantee to the bank that he should pump in more money for us to continue. So what it means is that if I use $2 million of investors or the bank's money to start, and I'm able to use IGF from here as well as other funding sources, other NGOs, other people who want to fund the project for it to go, and it hits the completion at $4 million, any investor's money has been doubled. So if the investor brought 1 cedi, and this time around, not profit too, I'm talking about the equity, the share in Agasa, he want to sell his shares in the hospital back, he will get twice of his money. You get? Guess that after getting the twice of his money, I mean that gain, you pay something small on net to GRE for getting that gain before you can take your money away. That is how it works. But that is the model for.
So right now, can investors come in, or you want to?
No, if private investors who are interested in, I mean, trying to partner us, that is fine. They can.
In contact?
0546 393629. 0546 393629. So you see, what we don't do, I always throw that caution. What we don't do is that we don't take their deposits. You know, before you start taking deposit in Ghana, you have to be licensed by the Bank of Ghana to take the deposit. But you can be an investor, whether angel investor, venture capital or something, and you bring your investment into the business and take your shareholder certificate, right? That one is a different thing altogether. Also, we don't open it to many people, because our companies act have a maximum number of people it allows for a private business. Other than that, you are becoming like a public traded. And if you want to go public too, there are ways. They say some of the rural bank PLC, PLC, a public trading company. So we are very cautious and we know the numbers. We are not taking their deposit. But if you want to come as private investors, you can give me a call.
Zionfelix, me a businessman. I don't know anything about health. Me know ebia nyame amadom mo bia be $1 million bida ho me hu de me fanye. Na me say me the amount mo for operate infrastructure ba na mo de me sha me name parako de impo. Is that also allowed?
That's allowed. But there are ways we go around that. Okay. Because we are not like fund management company. Okay. There are funds management companies. If you are pulling funds from so many people, then you have to register with Securities and Exchange Commission. So medical real estate company. We build the houses. So if you want someone to manage your investment here for you, you bet me or shares and be kama and get you a manager. Okay, to manage your funds for you. For them, they have the prerequisite registration to do those kind of fund management. So we don't trespass our regulation. I mean, what the mandate we do, or what we've been mandated, or we can as it stands now, we don't know what will happen in the future. Whether we are going to, expand it further, or if our client feel that they are calling too much, we want to expand it, fine, because we know our games and our numbers. But for now, if you have the fund investment you want to come, no problem. You can have it structured such that you can still have your funds. You don't have to worry about the headache. We will still have it managed for you. In fact, there's even, a provision in our Companies Act, that allows for something we call debentures, right from Section 83 going, and even 83. It allows for debentures. Debenture is like a loan from not like the bank's own. And also who tax in any amount will be paid duly. But what me the call as investment will still be managed by duly regulated companies. Normal manage. Now at the end of the month, and this is what you agreed to take from them. Maybe they want to get 50% more of treasury bill rate, or a double of treasury bill rate or something. Then we say, okay, it's realistic or it's not realistic. We give you a particular timeline. But the difference between that and then you having a shares, ASA. That will help people to make their own decision. ASA. So what do you want to see the back now only company it's a partnership. Sometimes when me and I am two different parties. If your own is a debenture and a debt, it's kind of sending a loan, debt kind of debenture. What happens is that your risk is as high as your profit. It's more agree some member 1 CD extra. Even if they get $1 billion, they will still give you the 1 CD. But that 1 CD is guaranteed because even if the company collapses, they have to give you the 1 CD. But for the share, if the company collapses, you lose your share. You understand? But if it gains more, you gain. But you have 2 ways. If it gains more to earn, either by selling your shares that have increased in value, like what recently happened with GCB. I think your shares increasing some good value. You sell your shares that have increased in value, or at the end of the year when you all sit down and the managers, the board sit down with the owners and they declare profits. You get dividends out of the profit. So 2 ways of earning: dividends and share selling. But if it is just a debenture, or in quotes, just an agreed amount that you have to pay you some percent out of it, you can't directly give it as a loan because you have to be a registered lender to give loans. But debentures can be agreed with different instruments for you to invest in business like that.
Medical landlord and I didn't comment briefly. Enche, many call I share other facilities or more SCC any the ones are almost start or more changing into a health facilities. Last question for him. Ebia. I don't partner. I don't want to partner anybody. My be a health facility. Can I come for you to help me set up a health facility?
Yeah, you do. In fact, that is even what we used to do and sana but is because in the a lot of people are not hospital in a dino. To where dining we can see a kunkun time enough is kind of man who are frustrated. You understand? So we told them that send it me managing business from where it is to where it is. Where it is now. We can help them, and we have also been helping other people. Help them manage it well. And it's a open say any mawa. You bet me I'm a won't out there, and I only be an something. A lot of Ghanaians in partnership here. Then talk about. We can even structure it for you such that all those things can be near Yama with its management and SOPs and standards and other things. But then building a whole cry is fine. I think that is mostly. We can do that for you in case.
Samia J is the name, the group chairman of a Gigman Medical. Maybe near share other places are or a developer and maybe or Maji are or changing into health facilities. They want to build 100 health facilities in 10 years. Not just that, pharmacies and also 100 in 10 years. Aside say omo business no, omo boa and so ama health facilities adoso ewo Ghana yenya ni na ema apai. It is Zionfelix. I'll be back. Me ba no na ye koto ewo other places.
Zionfelix TV. Zionfelix TV. Zionfelix TV.
I was saying two imra na ya Tracy, medical landlord about one of the facilities as say Omo build. He has told us a lot about what he has been doing and how he put up facilities on a man for partner being so in different styles. One place I say I'm buying under construction Omo and medical landlord. About cheche how one is here where they've gotten to and where they foresee this thing in the coming months. Chairman,
yes,
oh boy, I ever.
So I Sunyane area and friend Bakuniaba.
Bakuniaba.
That is a town in Sunyane.
Okay.
And then I said 11 bedrooms. It's 10 bedrooms with a boys' quarters.
Okay.
Right? I think it was built in 1996.
Okay.
So when we took it up, and I say renovations be home.
Okay.
Then we saw the landlady. And then we have a little about 5 years lease. We were looking to buy it, but I mean I know any kind of successful. Okay. She wanted to see how so we said no problem. You modify the whole residential place into a hospital standard.
Okay.
But there are regulations I know a hospital per HIFRA requirements. I'm saying most of it we say we see disability friendly pavement. Yes. Okay. So now this is just the entrance here. You walk.
Now it's a car park.
Yeah, it's a car park. We even do some in front.
Okay.
So when you walk in, I had to say all these modifications we did them.
Okay.
So I had to say like a walk through.
Okay.
So this is a swing door. It cut both ways.
Okay. So we with the push bed.
About in and out. And here is like the records, right?
Okay.
We have modified this place. Here is the records. Then when we come here, there's the visiting washroom.
Okay.
We modify this. This is the visiting washroom. Then we have 2 consulting rooms.
Okay.
Each of them, this one, the consulting rooms will have their washrooms and their wardrobe. You get it?
Okay.
It opens to this space.
Okay.
But then here is also a ward, a high ward. Highway ward.
Okay.
And a high pharmacy. You understand?
Okay.
So this gate, we see here too. Now gate is here.
Okay.
So higher.
Higher pharmacy bana ya to I don't know how say.
Awaji wadu the amount prescription here you see here. There are desks here.
Okay.
You get your prescription.
Me pay. I don't know Dr. Achama na every day. You right you know.
Yeah, you get it. Here is a ward and the ward has a washroom. You get it?
Okay.
All the rooms have washrooms.
Okay.
All the rooms have washrooms.
Okay.
So say in case someone say higher it is a OPD kind of entry.
Okay.
But senka yeah, the hope for emergency in the bar.
Okay.
Then this is the emergency entrance.
Okay.
So emergency no bar here is like a triage. Triage sorting at the hospital setting. Sometimes you sorting.
Okay.
Say be accident. They say about we what we call mass casualty triage and multiple casualty. I won't go there. So we be accident. Now you bounce ubu ha. The common ubu one is how can I
Okay.
The thing is sort you into color codes.
Okay.
According to
wow, they severe.
Very good.
Okay.
Sometimes the more you bruises, no, what me catch them so wow, na.
Mama pramo no yam
Yes, you understand?
Okay.
And so with me, yes, sir.
Your levels.
Levels. That is how. Kind of triage.
Okay.
And then here goes to the emergency room and kasa.
Okay.
Get it. So this is emergency, right?
Okay.
And then so this, I mean, mini clinic will be able to just create out of a normal
structure.
Very good. So what it means is that hotel or guest room or guest house,
yeah.
Over saying convert it to hospital. Maybe you don't even have money, we will bring the money. But if you already have the money, now what dinosaur they are easy. But Skawuni down location, so I know so I have friends and partners and clients who also have the only thing they have is the building, or the only thing they have is the money, or the only thing they have is time, or license. Then we just
it's one of Musa electrical works near.
We did everything. So we created even this pavement, the
tiles,
everything, the pipe, conduit, all the drainage near. So we say we run to this small corridor. This is a theater.
Okay.
Okay. This is a theater. Yes, a high theater.
Okay.
But before I come to the theater, now let's come here.
Okay.
Before I come to the theater. So you want to say, oh, entire from this place. Say, oh, entire from her. And you could come here. Here is a way another ward.
Okay.
Okay.
And it goes outside.
It goes. So this is one ward. It has a washroom here.
Okay.
Okay. This one ward has a washroom here. And this is another ward for labor and kind of so labor, obs and gynae, and a friend, obstetric and gynecology. So delivery, labor, and it has a washroom and it goes outside. Okay. You get it. So they, each of them has a washroom. Okay. And a cabinet. So we are modifying. Okay, so
let's look at taking somebody's property for 5 years. We're developing it into we're developing it into a clinic or a hospital now. Okay. After 5 years, now that I'm first,
okay.
Even though I may not be able to use it for commercial or medicine because medical change BBR to suit a clinic type now. Okay. Because what are you going to do? Are you closing the hospital?
No. So there's a strategy we run. Okay. This business is led by people who have learned a lot. Like myself, I would say minimum team, you converted $2,000 investors capital to almost business and a group of businesses are value say putting more than $4 million in 5 years. You get it. So what I know is that there's a book I always reference to. It was written by Sam Watson of Walmart. Somewhere he started a business in 1945. Or time I was starting here, and if PK Homes for US or Jedan or for 2 years. Their charge on the building was 5% of his revenue every month, and yet profitable. The revenue no more 5% as a renter. And no crown, he was still doing it. After 2 years at the time, not so yeah. I mean, the title of the book is Made in America. If you want to read it, it's a very interesting book. 2 years, not so yeah, I was sick or current. Papa said that. Or kind. Me one not Walmart. That's why I started at that. I mean, it's interesting. He said that time, we were old soldier. So he started that business with $50,000 of his own money and $250,000 loan from his father-in-law. I always say, what I saw for father-in-law, which was $250,000. That's just by the side, anyway. So he went to the landlord, sit down for man, or the money back. Tine said, "Osako pay another location, cost that all fresh." To any brother wore helicopter, and he had a brother who is also, into aviation. Upon the name of Yakopebi. His subsequent one, he went in for 99 years of lease. Yeah. So it taught him some hard lesson. So there's no sense for us to repeat the mistake he made when he has written it down, and we are here. So we have our own strategies, executing most of these things. Okay. First, an average hospital, your industry said, an average hospital was set it up per industry practice. It's 12 months to 36 months. You should break even. If after 36 months your hospital is still struggling, you have to check your management. How are running yourself? You need to talk to consultants like myself to check. Unless in weird and exceptional cases where the setup is highly expensive, like CT scan, which you're doing $300,000 to a little over $400,000, or MRI, you're doing $900,000 something to a little over $1 million, and not to me check a crack. But say if after 3 years you are still struggling, so what it means is that after 5 years, we would have made some money. But as soon as we get your location, we start plotting and planning, buying properties around where we are. There are different strategies we. Yeah, okay. It's even before say 1-2 years, but now you own properties around your property. Yeah. What the end fine. One farm out in we still have a location
around.
From when our next some of our site, I will let you know some of the property we just acquired. So this is a kids ward, right?
Okay.
Kids ward. Yeah.
Okay. But to get to know.
I will change this one. And here is the theater. Now theater no. Hospital theater, we call it the operating theater because of other theaters. Hospital theater, there's what we call scrub room, where they scrub and change like ABBS sound they change the entire theater. But mostly, a standard theater, where be a patient if we run a baby, clinicians, if we run a surgeons, if we run a different. You understand? And a high baby, the hospital staff, and a patient. If the surgeons and any other hospital workers, scrap nurse near them, we will change the sink. There's a standard sink for it. We change no more. I will write theater anymore. And then this is an extra space door. We may not use it, but it's an extra door. Then the patients will enter from this door, from her. They enter from this door. You get it? You enter from. There's a ceiling. This is a mini theater, so there's a ceiling here. A similar has another door. then they will do all their theater here. There is something you call sluice room. Liquids, any moja, any theater, they dispose it. So that is the room.
Okay.
The next room that is there.
Okay.
This one will house cabinets.
Okay.
These instruments, and then maybe sterilize and very. Now, when you theater, we are baby at the never fire. You find out name for home pay because when they cut you open, right? A lot of the things inside you know and can't think if it's something about being say who did you but sana you a friend sterile into and can't think maybe I didn't buy and some funding for home pay. So we exit the patient from here through what we call a recovery. This is a recovery door, so into a recovery room.
Okay.
Then the one you monitor patients, your friend post-operative patient, your pre-operative and a pre before operation.
After.
See, I want to monitor now for a while so it's stable. Sometimes, right after the theater, now we start going into some shock and other emergencies. Then you have to rush him quickly back to the theater. And now in weird and rare conditions, so you see, baby money easy something and tense be but once in a while you can or a boy man pam ye and now be patient not training one man family back. So we quickly rush him. So what that recovery work for a while now who's why stable, then we can exit it the patient through this door, okay, and then go to the ward.
Okay.
You get so this is a mini theater. Now let's come here.
Okay. I was a medical landlord chair na mapa obi anumane so business near here would name day and also how he is communicating, how or chair what say yes. So or yeah, he knows what he's doing in the field and we're from back at the business I become.
So this is a lab, okay. This is a lab,
okay,
a mini lab. So lab wants to be for OPD oba. Tuba, yeah, do we say hana or move fast samples no.
Okay.
Sample friend phlebotomy room. Just the procedure and a friend phlebotomy no. I mean so. More we don't friend phlebotomist. Phlebotomy. So hana or move far or you chairs we will do some chairs here. And then we will put what we call a phlebotomy chair. Okay. A chair no what me rest arm no so no match moja. I mean this kind of mini lab you get it. From there no then you can go. So these are some of the partitions here. Now you can step outside and I teach you some of the things.
Okay.
We did.
Medical lab and I did in Como about how he can help all of us make proper investment. So you make investment no not you save lives.
So Zion, maminka binchiro.
Yeah.
A dime we on. Senka what they rent here. Bia. Say the whole 10-bedroom house no. And the entire building in so I can say one room cry 500 Ghana cedi per room. Month and all cats can the dining in amount 5,000, 6,000. You know what will happen? 6,000 means that 10 months is saying 60,000.
Yeah.
Indika 12 months is saying 72,000, kind of right. But Mikitadine with some of the hospital, I can make you $50,000 a month revenue, yes. And you'll be see you. We have invested in about 12 different chain of hospitals. I do it because of confidentiality. We may not be able to share their names, but these are historical data that I hold. That's why I'm saying that if you run 12 to 36 months and your hospital is still struggling, there's a problem with how it's being run. You understand? Because we have chain of pharmacies, chain of labs, chain of diagnosis center. We have. So this one can give me $50,000 a month, putting IGF and insurance and other things together. Okay. Out of which, it will be 30 to a little about 40%, depending on how efficient you are and how economical you are, can be profits. Okay. You understand?
My contact, in case somebody wants to deal with you.
Okay, so 0545.
Okay.
19 1867.
Okay.
0545 19 1867.
Okay.
And 0546 39 36 29.
Okay.
And so the one ending 29 are very active on WhatsApp. 0546 39 36 29. This is the septic tank. We munni niha.
Okay. Neni ha say.
But health regulatory health facility regulatory authority no. Okay. Which is HIFRA no. Okay. Okay. Omo requirement say we meet and sana what me use baby as a health facility, right? So you need to have tank and I say where you can dispose placenta, pit, and BBA. So we deliver any idea with me. I'm managing it. Even though there are ways, you manage medical waste, but these are some of the things we have done. We are going to do incineration. The machine a bit deliver some of the.
Okay.
So this is just a residential building.
Okay.
We are almost at the back. Yeah.
So this is a residential building.
I converted
medical landlord and any team are converted into a facility. A man for a hospital, a serve the community and everybody around Ahase. I'll be back after the break. I'll continue my conversation with a medical landlord. He's still in Sunyane. Last one. And right here in China, I'm here preparations for us to go to China October, November, as I've been saying. So October, November, we're there. China and Zionfelix will be airco. Let's go to China this October, November. Price in the Gusuno, date in the Gusuno, contact details. We be and a check going to show Fred. Na John is Zionfelix. Na yanko me see me do ko be able to come here or see there your way as Zionfelix organized trip and you travel and told me na me mano mako China 2 solid times. I say more China out me to ma say be our China experience will be different. Call the numbers on the screen. Join Zionfelix for us to go to China October, November 2026. Many medical landlord about different site are on be developing and so a facility a hospital are on be share a amount for he has a genius brain. They sure say your man next 10 years obey half of hospital.
Yeah, 100 hospitals in 10 years.
Ghana,
Debbie.
Ghana.
We have 3 sites currently still ongoing in Accra.
Okay.
Yes, Kumasi 3 sites ongoing. There are some places I in 2 sites now. Either a hotel or guest house, or we just buy. Or if the person wants to bring it as equity, we get an independent valuer. Okay. No valuer, no value in the property. Maybe $300,000. Now you give it me the cash $200,000 now. It becomes $500,000. So his share in the business is 300,000 over 500 times 100. Yes, sir. Okay. Then ours is 200 over 500 times 100. Okay. Okay. I mean, so.
A warehouse.
Yeah, it used to be a warehouse. Unilever for one and not a room. So some of the project I do is bank sponsored. Okay, so this is $1 million project for the first phase. Okay. The second phase, I think $1.8 million. So total is 8 million. So total is like around 2.8 million.
Or 3 million.
This is an EcoBank sponsored project. Okay. They are one of my good EcoBank APSA, my good partners, right? Okay. So they are sponsoring this project, and I think till date, a release of a little over $700,000 has come for the project. Some things have been purchased, other things are ongoing. Okay. So we have some few things here to work on before the entire work is done. But most of the works are done. So most we will change everything here. We change everything here. We change everything here, and we are developing a cold room. So in the hospital setting, there will be a store of vaccines and Ruby here. I mean reagent in here, specific conditions. Say the code or for mortuary and now more for cold store. No? Yeah. Something similar that we are doing together with other facilities that I may not be able to disclose fully now. But for now, these are some. Like I was saying, some of them are bank sponsored, individual sponsored, other things. But if we are done, now we ban also we are saying do money econo. We pay 50%. But half of the money I will take and move it to the next site. Okay. I will take your money, move your money to the next site. Okay. So there are 2 ways. Either say the person wants to buy some of our share inside. That one we call a share transfer. Yeah, transfer here the will be in amano. And I say he wants to inject the capital into this one. That one is issuing an issued shares, authorized by an issued share. And you can't mammy butu. I better do money. But say transfer here share ni be na ma wodi ya. You bet this can near to your task. Near Kodi. If I could no just could they call the next site. Okay. But you have your shares. I mean now everything is owned by us completely. Okay. But you will be more high corner. Any amount for the own. And it will be also a company no owning no entirely. This one like we own it entirely. Okay. You get a hand. And do you want investors for this one? Even though no, yes, bank is sponsoring. But right now, if some other investors like I've been doing, they come like this. I will take their money, go to the next site, and share this one with them. Okay. That next site never corner so you will be our say okay. Or half of the assets now or half of the business or you take the money go to the next site. And the bank sponsor, how is it like? Say, is it for them? Okay, so this is how it works. I can create a project for a bank, and I tell them, okay, this project I'm creating for you as EcoBank. You see, the bank sells money or ton sika. We borrow sika from people through fixed deposit and treasury bill. More 10%. See, we don't be buying for 15% a year. You get it? So right now, I can create. I create a proposal that I want to do. I know it's profitable, and I give them the proposal. I think if you sponsor this project, you will get money. Then I tell them how much they can get in return on this particular project. Okay. So this particular project, the repayment is not coming from my money. It's coming from the project itself. That is the agreement with the bank. Yeah. So I'm setting up this project. Then I use monies from the project to pay the bank so until I'm done paying them, they own the project. Yeah. So when I'm done paying them over the agreed period, I come to own everything entirely. Okay. But still it's in my name. Okay. You get my point? So if I get an external investor, what I do is that I can use the external investor's money to pay the bank off. Then I come and owe it with the external investor completely.
This type of business you are doing and then mortgage?
I think they are similar. Okay. They are similar. Just
so
that
the bank is paying.
Yeah,
but it's yours.
Yes, I'm using the bank's money to work for them. I'm just using the bank's money. They have unlimited funds, so I'm just using the bank's money. Okay. I bring in external people because I want them to also create some worth
for themselves.
And two, bank will do about 2 or 3 months due diligence before they approve that they want to do. Yeah. If an external person trusts you and he thinks you can do, and he has the money, in a day, he can give it to you. Yeah. So that's just the advantage.
The bureaucracy is too much.
Yes, yes. So that is what. So there are places that use banks. There are places that use, private people in hand, and the private people.
Medical landlord, I've asked you this before. Let me ask again.
But you see, let me also throw this caution. We don't invite just a public, contribution. Plenty. Do you know why? Because when you go that tangent, then you have to register with Security and Exchange Commission. Okay. There are regulations to how you get people's money. Yeah. You understand? So in this instance, I'm not taking their money that they should come and give me the money. We are co-owning the project with them. Okay. So they have to go and file their own taxes. We can guide them on how to make their money. Yeah. But we are not like bring your money. If you are not a licensed deposit taker, you can't take this kind of deposit. Yeah. So I just want to show that disclaimer. So I know what I'm doing.
How sure are we that if Zionfelix, I come invest with $100,000, me back and get profits over and over and over?
Okay, so mostly, there are, if I want to, let's say, do a project for an individual, there are ways to go around it, right? For example, we set up this project. I can hold the accountant position myself and let you bring a rep for the CEO position. Okay. So it means that this one, you are part of the operations. So if it fails, me and you have what? Failed. Yeah. Just that I make sure my system, my blueprint is there. It's the blueprint that I've used at other places that is working. So this one becomes like a joint venture kind of business. So that one is not a guaranteed, kind of return. Yeah. If you want a guaranteed return, then you don't go in for equity. You go in for what you call either a debt or debenture. That is how So if you go to anywhere from section 83 going of our Companies Act or allow say companies can go in for debentures. So debenture is like a loan in quote. That one, what mean Nipanoko agreement say, okay, this is like families and friends, restricted in mostly families and friends. Okay, so you are giving me $100,000 for a particular project. Then you update what you call your debenture list. That this is why, and the debenture certificate, one more debenture certificate say they should hold it. This is how much you're going to give them at the end of the year. At the end of the year, I know they agreed whether or not the business fails, you have to pay them the money. Yeah. And this is very good. Very good. Yeah. But when you are giving it to them, you have to withhold some small tax on the profit they are getting, not their whole money. Yeah. Profit they are getting, and let them have their. That one is there are separate corporate arrangement for debentures. They are not a guaranteed return, and they are going to go as yeah. So no. So me person the person should be very guaranteed. What I do is I pick one of my properties, and one of the company's properties are available. Okay, then I can do a transfer. Or lawyer's agreement and give it to him as a collateral or as a security. Say this should work. If it doesn't work, pick this property. Okay. Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it.
So that one, he knows he's guaranteed that if it doesn't work, it can be a double of his money. Yeah. So and at times that is very well. If it doesn't work, he will just pick it up. You get it?
Medical landlord at church and everybody. So I'm saying, and I'm in the conversation. ABC, a ding or the some of the things in Swa. Wangasa Udi Weni Ehobi. The wire I established and the wajia I feel transform it. And then this It's a new one. One in raw state where a warehouse we're transforming into a health facility right here in Sunyani. Thank you very much. My name is Zionfelix. Contact medical landlord na any business because he has big brains. With my boy me nano. Yeah, business above. Aside making business, we are also establishing health facilities to cater for people in our community and also employing people. In fact, a lot of things. It's not just about business now. It transcends to a lot of things, a lot of people, and so I benefit. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.